Oh, we had a good night last night. Spent over 10 hours asleep and dozing off. The road's dry, no high winds. Just a good night. A little chilly, but we made it. And temps now about 42. And yeah, this will be day 3. Just make me some coffee. Wow, I'm gonna have to get used to having hair like this. Hey, it's day 3. We'll be leaving our tent site here at Hawk Mountain and heading over to Gooch Cap shelter. Yeah, Gooch Cap shelter. There's a tent site also a little bit before that. I'm not sure which one we're gonna go to, but that's gonna be about an 8, maybe a little over 8-mile day. The difficulty will be that you have to climb Sassafras Mountain, and everyone says that that's pretty hard. So yeah, we're gearing up for that. Just had a good breakfast. Really like the alt route meals. They have the southern biscuits and gravy. It's pretty tasty. Yeah, just packing up and get ready to go. It's off to a somewhat late start, but earlier than yesterday because we don't have to dry everything out. Yeah, we'll get going. It's apparently Purple Snack Day. All right, one of the early questions I had asked during my training hikes was what the effect of cumulative hikes would be. Is like, would you get more tired and then on the 3rd day get even more tired? I never did 3 days in a row, so I never answered the question. I can tell you right now that the answer is yes, but I don't know how much of this is from me being sick and the antibiotics I'm taking and all that stuff. It's hard to say. I'm definitely, like, I've been on, I can keep hiking, it feels like forever, on the small elevation changes or the straight flats. But as soon as I have to climb the steep stuff, I'm dying. And it's really no different than the steep stuff I trained on a kiddie trail. But I can only go like maybe 25 steps. I have to stop, catch my breath, 25 steps. And then, yeah, it's doable, but it's taking a while. I'm hoping I get over whatever the things are that are holding me back now, and also develop some trail legs, and where this is much more doable. As mentioned with Buzz, I'm dying, but don't bury me.
Sarah Daves.
Well, yeah, that would help.
Okay.
Who are you? Where are you from?
Taco Cat from New Hampshire.
Cool.
And Turtle Toe from New Jersey.
How did you get turtle toe?
I hurt my toe and I was slow, and she wanted me to sign a log, and I didn't have a name. So.
Oh, okay. And Taco Cat?
I just like it.
Oh, cool.
I make good trail tacos though.
Oh, really?
She makes trail tacos, and she has 4 cats at home.
We'll have to hang out when you're making tacos.
Well, trail nachos, they're really
Oh,
good.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Fun times. Pretty much been walking along this ridge line, and since the trees haven't fully leafed out, you can still see the views of the mountains as they go away. I don't know how well the phone picks that up, but you can see a long ways. All right, we did it. We made it to the top of Sassafras Mountain. It's not easy, but we did it. Now we're gonna do mostly descent to get down to where we're headed. Yeah, it's not a good look. Oh well. All right, we've come down off Sassafras Mountain, across Cooper's Gap, heading into Gooch Cap. We've debated whether to stop at the Gooch Cap shelter, but there's a tent site just before that called Devil's Kitchen at Justice Creek. And there's supposedly good water there too. And we know that there's limited tent sites at the Gooch Cap shelter, and we know we've been passed by a lot of people, and there's a lot of people on the trail. So I'm thinking, well, first try our luck at the first place, because it would really be bad to go all the way to the shelter, find out that there's no sites, and have to walk back. Anyways, that's kind of what we're doing. It's a beautiful day out. It's in the 60s. Been totally sunny. Gust of wind, but not bad. And yeah, as mentioned, the sassafras kicked my ass. So, but we made it. We did it. And we're moving on. We're still doing this. So one of the things that's amazing me is how more complicated this all is, with all the little things you got to think about. What's in your ditty bag, what's in your this kit, what's in that kit. And perhaps it shouldn't be, but it really is. You got to think about. I kind of had this more idea that you get on trail and you can quit thinking about all the stuff you have to think about at home. You know, like, oh, it's a trash day, I got to make sure the cat's fed, and you know, all these little details that fill your life. And you know, you just replace them with other things, and things I'm not really good at remembering. So one example was this morning I went to eat breakfast. It was the alt.route meals, which I really like their stuff, and it was the southern biscuits and gravy, really good. But I made it and then I couldn't find my spoon. So while it was soaking in the hot water, I kept looking for my spoon. I emptied everything. I emptied my food bags, took out everything out of it, emptied my backpack, just basically looked all over the tent. Finally gave up and decided that I could actually make the breakfast by taking the southern biscuits and gravy and putting it into a tortilla and making a burrito, so therefore I don't need a spoon. All right, so when I'm packing up, I still can't find the spoon. I'm looking all over for it, and I'm like, okay, but I'll find it when I pack up, right? Because you go through every one thing at a time, put it in your pack. Nope, never found it. Like, God, did an animal take it? What the hell? So, got the pack all packed up, went to put my shoes on, and the spoon was in the shoe. Why did I put a spoon in a shoe? That's weird. I never looked in the shoe because I would not have thought I would have done that. Anyways, that's my my fail for the day. My fail for last night when I was setting up the tent was just not thinking. I was tired, and I went to pull one of the MSR groundhog stakes out. You know, they're aluminum, triangular shape with pretty sharp edges. And instead of grabbing the string, I just grabbed the stake and yanked on it and sliced open my finger. So, yeah, I mean, it's fine, but stupid. So, this whole experience is humbling, right? You think you got everything down pat. You think you're pretty good at shit. You think oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. And this backpacking, the AT is teaching me, you got a lot to learn. Well, okay, so I'm learning. Anyways, so one of the questions I had asked myself after watching some other YouTubers' videos was, why would they get off after 3 or 4 days on the trail? You just started. It doesn't make any sense. Well, I can tell you my perspective on that has shifted. I get it. I do. I'm taking a Nero tomorrow. That was planned anyways, but I'm really looking forward to a shorter hike. It's still going to be pretty long. Well, relatively. It's going to be 5 miles. But yeah, we've done early afternoon and just hang out, take it easy. Though I actually have to get some work done, so fire up the laptop and do that. And Yeah, maybe some adult beverages. Maybe go in and to a restaurant and have some food. Anyways, really looking forward to that. It's cooler under here. All right, let's recap day 3. Today we hiked from Black Hawk Shelter over Sassafras Mountain and down to Gooch Gap. We're at the Gooch Mountain Shelter. The highlight was getting over Sassafras because that was hard, and getting to the top and then cresting that was good. It was a great day in terms of weather. It's been perfect. Even got maybe a little too warm, but it's been good. At the Gooch Mountain Shelter, which we're at now, we were very lucky to find 2 tent spots. There are none left, and there's a lot of people looking, and they're just going to have to go somewhere else. So, yeah, so we got a great spot with a great view, nice breeze coming up the hill. It's really nice. I like it. I find it kind of interesting being at this close to a shelter, because the shelter is like 100 yards away or maybe less. Is that a number of people that really either stay in the shelter or pitch their tent and then run up to the shelter and hang out, and some quite loud. I'm not complaining. I'm just noting that some people are very social, and maybe I'm not. I'm in my tent. I've eaten. I had the good to go bibimbap. Yeah, it's okay. It's kind of a little different for me. Than I do like most bibimbaps, but I didn't really care that much for this one. It was edible, but on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 5. Yeah, it's interesting moments of the day. One is that Buzz has a couple of bad blisters. Trying to treat them and make sure that they don't get worse. And my feet, I think, are fine. They're just sore from walking on them. I mean, everything's sore. My shoulders hurt a lot. So, it is what it is. Again, we have a short day planned tomorrow. Short as in about 5 miles. And then we get to Woody Gap, where we'll get picked up by Vanish and taken to Above the Clouds Hostel. Definitely looking forward to getting my hair washed and a shower and all that good stuff. And then, yeah, I can't do much on the phone because apparently 2 10,000 milliamp hour battery banks just weren't quite enough for a 3.5 day trip. So, oh well. Yeah, so that's today. I'm gonna probably be asleep by 7:30 or 8. I would do stuff on my phone, but again, my phone is dead, so I'm just using it now, and then I'll turn it off and restart it once we start hiking again. So I'm just listening to music on my little MP3 player. I'll talk to you later.